Welcome, my name is Robin. We're continuing, this is day 4 of our Cultivate Patience Introduction to Ashtanga. And you don't need anything except if you have some blocks and you like to use blocks, grab those and a mat. And we're going to get started, continuing our exploration of the Sun Salutations, Surya Namaskara in Sanskrit. So we're going to start standing today, which is the traditional way to start an Ashtanga practice. We're going to do just a little bit of a review, and then we're going to get into Sun Salutation B today. So come to stand at the top of your mat. I'm going to face you to start with your big toes together and your heels slightly apart. Notice how that feels. And if that doesn't feel stable enough, you can separate your feet hip distance apart so that your pinky side edges of your feet are parallel to one another. All 10 toes face forward. From here, maybe close your eyes for a moment and check in with how you're feeling. Starting to come into your breath. Noticing your breath fill your torso, fill your lungs as you inhale. And then as you exhale, your ribs knit in, your navel pulls in and up as you exhale. Gently lifting up your pelvic floor muscles, the base of your pelvis. Activating what we call in yoga Mula Bandha, our root lock, as we lift and tone those pelvic floor muscles. Traveling up to our navel, our Uddiyana Bandha, our navel lock. As we draw our belly in and up. And then maybe tuck your chin slightly here. Lengthening the back of your neck. When we draw our chin all the way into our chest, as we'll do in the later postures, that is our Jalandhara Bandha. And coming into your Ujjayi breath, if that is comfortable, breathing in and out through your nose. Constricting just softly the back of your throat. With your tongue just resting on the roof of your mouth, just behind your teeth. So with this awareness of our internal body, our breath, bring your hands to heart center and set an intention for this practice. We're going to inhale, and as we exhale, Om, if you would like to join in, or just listen. Inhale. Om. Release your hands by your sides. Samastiti, equal standing pose. We're going to start with a Sun Salutation A as a review. So just feel your kneecaps lift, your quads engage, your belly, your Uddiyana Bandha engage, lengthening your tailbone. And here we go, 9 vinyasas, 9 positions, 9 movements with breath. Inhale, arms up, 1. Exhale, fold in half, 2. Maybe your hands touch the blocks or the mat or your shins. Inhale, half lift, 3. Exhale, chaturanga, or whatever option you choose. Maybe coming to your knees and lowering down all the way to your belly. Inhale into your back bend, cobra, stay low, or come up higher, or up dog. Exhale, down dog. 6. Five breaths. Taking whatever movements you need for this first one, or any of them. Knowing your options that we discussed on the previous days. Coming down to your knees, taking all fours, cat-cow, child's pose. Take another breath here. And then look forward to your hands and step forward. Take a half lift, 7. Exhale, fold, 8. Inhale, arms sweep up, 9. Back to your starting position as you exhale, Samastitihi. All right, the first position of Sun B is Utkatasana chair pose. So if you can, bring your big toes together and your heels slightly apart, and bend your knees as if you were sitting in a chair, hugging your inner thighs together. This is the way that I do it when I practice Ashtanga. But if this is not possible, grab a block or a pillow or a rolled up towel, something that you can squeeze into to engage your adductors, your inner thigh muscles. And when you do that, you can feel your core here turn on. Feel like you're lifting up those pelvic floor muscles. Your Mula Bandha helps to train those muscles. You're going to start to bend your knees, send your seat back, feeling your quadricep muscles, the fronts of your legs turn on. You are sitting back. You can see your toes, perhaps, if you look down. But we're going to look up. Your hands can be in prayer to start. They can reach forward. They can reach up by your ears. You can goal post if that's not possible for your shoulders. Or you can take your hands and press your hands together and look at your thumbs, which is the traditional place to look, your drishti. So whatever feels possible for this first one, take an inhale. Exhale, fold, straightening your legs. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. We're going to come back up. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, arms up, chair pose. And then stand tall, squeeze the block, squeeze the block, squeeze the block. All right. So we hopefully are feeling a little bit warmer for that first introduction of, well, we did it on the first day, but of the Utkatasana. And now we're just going to learn, review. Now we're going to do Warrior One right from the front of the mat. So you're going to keep your right foot forward, and you're going to take a big step back with your left foot. So depending on your body, your heel might line up with your back heel, or maybe you're even wider, stepping that back foot out more to the left. Traditionally, you're more heel to arch alignment, but that is hard for many people to get their hips to move in that direction. So we want our torso to face forward, our right knee over our ankle, anchoring through that back heel, feeling a nice stretch in the front of the left hip. You can start with your hands on your hips and bend and straighten that front leg, which isn't what we're going to be doing when we take Warrior One. And then hold it here, knee over your ankle. And again, see where you want to take your hands. Do you want to keep them on your hips? Do you want to take them to prayer? Do you want to reach your arms up? Maybe look up and touch your fingers together, pressing into all the finger pads and the base of your hand. If it's not comfortable for you to look up with however your hands are, you can look straight forward. Another breath here. And then step forward, maybe taking 2 steps back to the front of your mat. We're going to do the other side. Just take a big step back with your right foot. Lining heel to heel or a little bit wider. Torso faces forward, starting with your hands on your hips, pulling in your belly, your pelvic floor muscles. And then bend that front knee and straighten, bend, and straighten, again, bend, and straighten. Now keep the bend and see where you want to take your arms. Maybe looking up as your focal point, your drishti. Maybe your hands touch. We're holding this first one, setting it into our muscle memory, lifting up through our heart space. But when we go through the Sun B, this is just for a breath. And draw your hands down, take some steps and come forward and shake it out. All right, so we're going to try that, adding in those 2 postures into our, what we know so far, like a Sun A. But we're going to start with Utkatasana, the beginning of Sun B. So you can use the block or you can have your big toes together with your heels slightly apart. Bend your knees, roll your inner thighs in, squeezing. Seeing where you want to take your hands. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Maybe your hands to the blocks or to the floor. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. So this is very similar to what we've already been practicing. Exhale, step back. Go through your flow, your vinyasa. But we're not going to hold down dog. We're going to step our right foot forward. Drop our back heel down, right knee over right ankle, and then rise up. So you can take your time here to come up if you're new to this. And then exhale right away, your hands back down. Step back to your plank and go through your flow, or just lift your hips and go back to down dog. So choosing what works for your body at every particular moment. Left side. Your left foot comes forward. If it doesn't quite make it, you can lift it up and step forward. Drop your back heel. Drawing that left hip back and rising up. Pausing wherever you need. Reaching your arms up or not. And then hands come down. Step back. Go through chaturanga. Maybe up dog. And then down dog. And now we hold for 5 breaths. One more breath. And then look forward to your hands and step forward. Take a half lift to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, arms up, chair pose. Stand tall, Samasthiti. All right, so what do you think? So I wanted to go over a few things about that. You can do, anybody can do Ashtanga. So even if it's hard for you to get up and down, you don't have to keep going up and down. As you're breathing and you're doing yoga, you have mindful breaths. So you can, if you can do chair pose, you can start with the chair pose, maybe with a block or something in between your thighs. And if you're able to fold forward, you can fold forward, or you can stay in chair. You take a half lift, and then maybe you're going over to a wall and taking a version of down dog here. For a few breaths as the rest of the class or whatever is going through the vinyasa, and then when it's time to step forward, you keep your right foot forward, you step your left foot back just like we did when we introduced it. You stay here, maybe you stay here for more breaths than the one breath. And then you come back forward, breathing, maybe taking another chair pose, or coming to another version of a down dog with a wall, or if you're at home, the seat of a chair. And then the other side. Stepping back, bending your knee, reaching your arms up, connecting your movement with your breath, finding your focus, and then stepping forward and going through that vinyasa-like movement again. So that's if you can't go down to the floor at all. But if you can go down and just have some trouble drawing your foot to the front of the mat, let's start. You can just watch, or you can come. You can place blocks under your hands for down dog. And then when it's time to step your right foot forward, you look forward with your hands on blocks. It's easier to bring the foot forward. And then you can stay here and drop the back heel and slowly come up. And then come back down. I don't often recommend using blocks to do the chaturanga position, so you can move them out of the way, or you can skip it and just go back to down dog for the other side. The other option is if you don't have blocks, or even with the blocks, you could drop to your knees first and then step forward. But if you don't have blocks, from down dog, you can drop to your knees, your knee into your chest. See where your foot lands. Then lift up your back knee. Plant your foot down on a 45-degree angle, and then rise up, warrior one. So if this warrior one position doesn't feel comfortable or possible with a back heel down, the other version is if stepping your left foot forward, lifting up the back foot, staying on the ball of your back foot, keeping your heel up, a crescent lunge, and rise up. So this is a little bit more wobbly, but for some people this is easier, for others it's not. So you can modify warrior one with this until you're able, if you're able, to plant that heel down. All right, so there's a lot of modifications you can do, but we're going to go through, and you have to listen to your body, and any particular day things can be different. So see what is going to work, but we're going to flow through the Sun B slow again, but a little bit faster than before, and then we'll do it one more time. And that will be our practice for today. So bend your knees. There are 17 vinyasas, or moving with breaths, in the Sun B. There were 9, if you remember, in the Sun A. So here we go. Bend your knees, arms up, chair pose 1. Exhale, fold 2. Inhale, half lift 3. Exhale, chaturanga 4, whatever version you want to do. Inhale, 5, cobra or up dog. Exhale, 6, down dog. Step your right foot forward, maybe coming to your knees, maybe using the blocks. Rise up, Virabhadrasana 1, 7. Exhale, hands down, chaturanga 8. Inhale, cobra up dog 9. Down dog 10. Other side, left foot comes forward. Rising up, warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1 or A. That was 11. Exhale, hands down, chaturanga 12. Inhale, up dog 13. Exhale, down dog 14. 5 breaths. Ujjayi breathing if possible. You can always take child's pose instead. One more breath. Look forward, step or hop forward, 15, half lift. Exhale, fold. Exhale, fold, 16. Bend your knees, arms up, chair pose, 17. Back to the starting position, Samastitihi. All right, how are we doing? We're going to do that one more time, maybe a little bit faster. So the beginning of the Ashtanga practice has 5 Sun A's and 3 to 5 Sun B's. We're going to do that tomorrow, linking them all together, even with the Ashtanga mantra. And then from there, we're going to proceed with the standing work. So I'm really excited. And if you can't go as fast, you can slow it down, going at your pace, see what works for your body. All right, here we go. Bend your knees, arms up, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Step your right foot forward, pivot your back heel down. Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, hands down and flow. Urdhva Mukha, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left foot comes forward. Drop your back heel. Rise, Virabhadrasana. Exhale, hands down, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha. 5 breaths. Relaxing your head. Opening up through your back, spinning your triceps down to the mat. Lifting up through your pelvic floor muscles, your Mula Bandha. And your Uddiyana Bandha, your navel lock, pulling your belly in. Look forward to your hands and step or maybe hop forward and take a half lift. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Bend your knees, Utkatasana. Stand, Samastitihi. All right, we're going to flow down to the mat with the sun A, the beginning. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, step back to down dog. One more breath. And then look to your hands. You want to see where you're going. You can either just drop to your knees or you can start to walk forward, bending your knees, crossing your ankles, and sliding your body through and coming to a seat. We're going to end our practice today seated in a meditation, but if you prefer, you can lie down on your back. Just noticing how you feel in your body. Taking whatever other movements you need here. If you want to take a side bend, if you want to take a twist, just a gentle seated twist, you could do that. So the sun salutations warm the body, get it ready for the practice to come. It builds up our strength, our stamina, our focus. And you will find as you practice them every day, or as often as you can, you'll get faster, it becomes easier, you become more focused. If this is all new to you, give yourself time. Even if it's not new to you, give yourself time. Have patience. All will come. And perhaps as you move through your sun salutations, you're thinking of your breath, like we did yesterday. With every inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. And with every exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you'll know where just you need to move a little bit faster and where you need to slow down so that you're moving with your breath. Or add in extra breaths if you need. You could stay in your meditation or on your back for as long as you need to let all this beautiful work that you have done seep into your body. And if you're ready to step off of your mat, bring your hands to heart center. Hold that intention in the palm of your hands. Nod your chin to your chest. And we're going to inhale for the sound of Om. If you want to join in, inhale. Om. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Let me know in the comments how you're doing. And subscribe if you haven't. Give me a thumbs up. And I hope to see you next time.